develop, or the human system develop these allergies, and can yoga help them, especially these folks who are suffering, overcome these? And pertaining to kids, the statistics show that there are more kids who are born or developing these allergies in the early stages of their life.
This is how brilliant modern science. Understand? Where we're messing up with everything. So, the human system is being messed up in too many ways. One thing is, your food is not grown on the land, it's made in the factory. That's a fundamental mistake. Food should come out of the earth. Because this body is earth, as far as possible, it must be in tune with this. But now your food is coming out of the factory. What I mean by saying it is coming out of the factory is, largely these are populations which are meat-eating. They eat meat means they don't eat an animal's meat. They eat 1,000,000 animals' meat in one sausage. Every kind of pot, from every kind of creature, all mashed up, and it's a sausage. It's a hot dog, all right. You eat this, if you remain healthy, I would be disappointed. When I'm eating so consciously, and you can eat this kind of mess, I don't know this hot dog even if your dog would eat it. But these people are eating it because some idiot tests it and says, yes, it's got protein, it's got vitamin, it's got this, you can eat it. If you go like this, everything in your system will get messed up. In our childhood, when we grew up, they wouldn't give us milk from another cow, only one cow. We drank milk only from one cow. Now if you say milk, it's from 1,000,000 cows, all mixed up. Buffalo, this, that, I don't know what else. Anything that they can milk, they milked and put it in the dairy. Yes? Just about anything that they can milk, they put it, mixed it up, did all kinds of rubbish to it, and then you drink this. You expect these children to live as normal children? And it's loaded with all kinds of stuff. First thing is the hormones. United States particularly, I believe in Europe it's little more controlled. They've also done it, but I think it's a little more controlled in Europe. But in United States, people are consuming animal hormones in a huge way, both through their milk, through their poultry, through their red meat, they're consuming enormous amount of hormones. People are growing like beastly sizes. But what will you do with this extra size? I mean, what will you do? You grew like 7 feet 5 inches. What are you going to do with this extra inches? We're doing everything wrong. In everything, they're putting all kinds of supplements. See, that's not how the system works. This is an organism. This must absorb organic nature of the planet and make it a part of itself. You can't just synthetically put this and make this human being. See, we know so much of amino acids, proteins and this and that makes this body. Okay, I'll give you all that, put it in a test tube and make it into a human being. It doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. There's another dimension of life which makes all this happen. If you have no regard for that, you're bound to suffer. And above all, too much food all over the place. Because there is so much food, the way you look at it, the way you treat it is very gross, I would say it's obscene. In my experience, it's obscene. I cannot ever go to a public place in like a party kind of situation in America and touch any food because it's so gross. I can just… if I look at everything, everything is minimum 3 months old. I can just feel it. Everything is at least 3 months old. This is not even good for animal consumption. But people are eating it. And they put… even in India, this unfortunate habit is coming as they get rich. If you go to affluent places now, on their plate there are 25 items. Everything, mix it and eat it. When we were children, if we mixed 2 things and ate, our parents and grandparents would tell us, you're eating like a beggar, only beggar does this. Because he has his begging bowl, like 25 homes, they all put it in one plate, they mixed it up and ate. When you eat one item, you're supposed to eat it separately, because that particular thing that you eat, the stomach will treat it in a particular way. If it needs acids, it'll produce acids. If it needs alkaline, it'll produce alkaline. You mix up everything and eat, it's all confused. Because it's so confused, because of the type of food that you're giving it, slowly develops allergies. You will see after… unfortunately, this is going to happen. In another 2 generations of people, you will see half the things they're eating, they will be allergic to it. People are allergic to rainwater, people are allergic to sunlight. Where do we make you live if you're allergic to sunlight? 6 months in North Pole, 6 months in South Pole. That's the only way we can preserve you. Now you need to look at this in a more fundamental way. It is not about being allergic to a particular substance. Essentially, your body is reacting to life itself. Children are allergic to milk. Did it ever happen? Did it ever happen, a local child living in this village, in this tribe, any child is ever allergic to lactose intolerance? You think such a thing will happen? It'll never happen. Why? You must look at it, isn't it? Instead of doing billion-dollar research, can't you just look at it? What is wrong with us? Anyway, you said you're from Washington, D.C. I must tell you, about 6 months ago, I was in D.C. We're driving through one of those, more better parts of Washington, D.C., where lots of financial institutions and offices are there. This is around 12:30 in the afternoon. There are lots of people, all well-dressed people, okay, they just come out of their offices and they got some food, some vendors are selling. At least 150 people, men and women, all dressed, successful people, all standing and eating. This big burger. We're just driving and we stopped there at a traffic signal and I'm just looking. They're eating like hungry dogs. This is not how a human being should consume his food. This is another way to eat. If you eat like that, food will do its own thing to you. So, I'm glad the first thing is the groundnut which is getting them. When I say I'm glad, I'm not enjoying their suffering. But isn't it time to stop and see what was one of the most nourishing things for previous generations? We are allergic to it. Why? Shouldn't we stop and look at it? No, we will do $1 billion research on it. Not $1 billion research. In your life, is it not necessary that you look at it? Why? So what can we do about it? I can show you thousands of people. Many people have come out of their allergic conditions, particularly pollen allergy in United States. Any number of meditators have come out of it completely. So can yoga reverse this process? 100%.